Today, we are talking about one of the biggest migration dreams on the planet, how to get a work visa for the United Kingdom. And this is important because the UK has completely transformed its immigration system in recent years. The old assumptions no longer work. The process is more selective, more employer-driven, more skill-focused, and far more competitive than many people realize. But here is the interesting part. If you understand exactly how the UK work visa system works in 2026 and you approach it strategically, your chances increase dramatically. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the entire UK work visa process from start to finish for applicants anywhere in the world. We are covering how the UK sponsorship system actually works, the biggest visa pathway most migrants use, how to find employers willing to sponsor overseas workers, which jobs are in demand, how salary rules affect your chances, the biggest mistakes applicants make, how work visas can lead to long-term settlement, and the smartest strategy for entering the UK legally and building a future there. So stay till the end, because there are several major details most applicants discover too late. Now, first things first. The main work visa pathway in the UK today is the skilled worker visa. This is the core route used by most overseas professionals and workers entering Britain legally for employment. And here is the key thing you must understand immediately. You cannot normally apply for this visa without sponsorship. That means a UK employer must first offer you a qualifying job. And not just any employer. The employer must hold a government-issued sponsor license. This changes everything, because your first mission is not applying for visas. Your first mission is finding licensed sponsors. That is where the real game begins. Now let's simplify the entire process into clear stages. Stage 1. Find a licensed UK employer willing to hire you. Stage 2. Receive a certificate of sponsorship from that employer. Stage 3. Submit your skilled worker visa application. Stage 4. Receive approval and relocate to the UK. Simple structure. But inside each step are major details that determine whether you succeed or fail. Now let's talk about jobs, because this is where many people misunderstand the system completely. The UK does not sponsor random jobs freely across every sector. The strongest opportunities are usually in shortage occupations and industries facing labor gaps. Healthcare is one of the biggest. Nurses, care workers, doctors, medical support staff, construction and trades also remain important. Electricians, plumbers, civil engineering workers, welders, hospitality and food services continue needing staff in many regions. IT and technology remain massive. Software engineers, cybersecurity specialists, cloud professionals, data analysts, engineering, logistics, finance, education, and manufacturing also continue attracting overseas talent. But here is the reality. Demand changes constantly, which means strategy matters more than assumptions. Now let's talk about sponsorship. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of the UK system. Many people think sponsorship means the employer pays all costs and handles everything. Not necessarily. Sponsorship mainly means the employer is legally authorized to hire overseas workers and issue sponsorship documentation. That documentation is what allows you to apply for the visa. Without it, the process stops immediately. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake applicants make. Applying blindly to random companies. Huge mistake. Most UK companies do not sponsor overseas workers, so people waste months applying to employers who legally cannot hire them. Instead, your focus should be employers who already sponsor international workers, because they understand the system. They know the process, and they are more likely to consider overseas applicants seriously. Now let's talk about the UK job market reality. Competition is intense. You are not competing only against local applicants. You are competing globally, which means employers want clear value. If your CV looks generic, weak, or confusing, you disappear instantly. Now let's talk about your CV. The UK prefers clean, professional resumes focused on relevance and results, not overloaded designs, not endless personal details, just strong, targeted information. Your experience must match the role directly, and your achievements should show measurable value wherever possible. Now let's discuss salary thresholds. This is critical. The UK work visa system uses salary requirements to determine eligibility for many roles. That means your offered salary must usually meet minimum thresholds for sponsorship, and these thresholds can vary depending on the occupation. This is why some jobs qualify while others do not, and why salary negotiation matters more than many applicants realize. Now let's talk about English language requirements. Most skilled worker visa applicants must prove English ability through approved methods unless exempt. This is a serious part of the process, and communication matters not just for the visa, but for employability itself. UK employers value communication heavily. Now let's talk about healthcare workers for a moment. This remains one of the strongest migration pathways into the UK, especially nurses and care sector workers. But here is something important. The care sector has undergone multiple immigration rule changes recently, which means applicants need to stay updated because conditions and eligibility can evolve quickly. Now let's discuss dependent family members. Many skilled worker visa holders can bring partners and children depending on eligibility and financial conditions. And this is one reason the UK remains attractive for long-term migration planning. Now let's talk about regional opportunities. Everyone wants London, but here is the hidden truth. Some of the best sponsorship opportunities exist outside London. Regional employers often face stronger labor shortages and may be more open to overseas hiring. This is a massive advantage for flexible applicants. Now let's talk about processing. A clean application with organized documents moves dramatically smoother than a messy one. One missing document can create delays. Incorrect salary information can create problems. Inconsistent work history can trigger scrutiny. So precision matters. Now let's discuss documentation. You may need passport documentation, employment proof financial evidence in some situations, police clearances depending on circumstances, qualification records, English language proof, and sponsorship information from the employer. Everything must align perfectly. Now here is something many people underestimate: verification. UK authorities and employers verify information carefully. Fake experience letters, false qualifications, or inconsistent histories can create severe consequences. Not just refusal, potential long-term immigration problems too. So honesty matters enormously. Now let's talk about interviews. UK employers generally value clarity, professionalism, and practical thinking. Not exaggerated claims, not robotic answers. They want to understand whether you can perform the role effectively and integrate into the workplace. Now let's talk about something important. The UK immigration system is constantly evolving. Salary thresholds change, occupation shortages change, rules around dependents change, sponsorship compliance changes, which means relying on outdated advice is dangerous. You must stay current. Now let's discuss cost. Because many applicants underestimate relocation expenses, visa fees, immigration health charges, flights, accommodation, transport, food, emergency savings, and setup costs. The UK can be expensive, especially major cities. So financial preparation matters. Now let's talk about one of the smartest strategies in 2026. Instead of applying everywhere randomly, build a focused migration plan. Choose your target sector. Research sponsoring employers. Tailor your CV specifically for UK roles. Improve communication skills. and understand the visa process before interviews even begin. This alone puts you ahead of most applicants. Now let's discuss long-term settlement. One of the biggest attractions of the skilled worker pathway is that it can potentially lead toward long-term residence if eligibility requirements are maintained over time. And this is why many migrants view the UK not just as a temporary work destination, but as a long-term future. Now let's talk about mindset. The people who succeed usually do not panic. They do not chase shortcuts. And they do not fall for unrealistic promises. They prepare properly, improve consistently, and approach migration strategically. Now let's talk about scams, because this is a serious issue globally. Fake recruiters, fake sponsorship offers, fake employers, and fake visa promises exist everywhere online. A real employer does not guarantee approval before reviewing your profile, and legitimate processes do not operate like secret shortcuts. Always verify before committing money or personal documents. Now here is another hidden truth. Your online presence matters. Employers may review LinkedIn profiles, professional behavior, and consistency across your work history. So professionalism extends beyond your CV. Now let's bring everything together. The UK remains one of the world's biggest destinations for skilled migration, but the system is no longer casual or easy. It is structured, selective, and highly employer-driven, which means preparation is everything. If you understand the sponsorship system, target the right employers, build a strong professional profile, meet salary and language requirements, and stay organized throughout the process, your chances rise dramatically. And remember this: thousands of migrants still successfully move to the UK every year through skilled work pathways. But the people who succeed are usually the ones who approach the process strategically instead of emotionally. So if the UK is genuinely your goal, start preparing seriously now, because global competition is increasing every year. And the earlier you position yourself properly, the stronger your chances become. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we cover global migration pathways, visa strategies, international job opportunities, and the real future of worldwide mobility. And trust me, the next few years in global migration are going to reshape the world completely.